Hello everybody and welcome back to the 34th and maybe last Sky Battle commentary video. Minecraft trees. You know them, you love them, and you see them literally everywhere. I was thinking about talking about the different types of Minecraft wood, but I thought instead the different types of trees. Because, in my opinion, that's the beauty of it, all the, oh, I'm gonna die, all the natural epicness. First off, we have the classic small oak tree. This tree has been in the game since basically it's existed. It's old, but it's epic. Okay? There is not a more original Minecraft tree. And honestly, despite being around for like 15 years, about I think that's like around the time it's been around. Um, it still works. It still is one of the top tier Minecraft trees, in my opinion. Yo, let's go, I just killed Stole. But oak trees aren't without their flaws, you see. There is the big oak tree. Now, you know the big oak tree, right? That one tree that you're chopping down and you really just don't want to chop it down because it takes forever. Yeah, that is the big oak tree. And it's also been around for a while, just less of a while. But yeah, overall, it's kind of annoying to chop down, but you do get a lot of logs from it and leaves, so that's the plus. Next on the list, we have the also pretty old birch tree. Now, say what you will about birch logs as a whole, I think in the birch biomes with that specific shade of grass, they actually don't look awful. They fit with the desaturated tone of the grass. Of course, yes, on its own, the logs, they don't look great. Um, but that's not what this is about. This is about the trees themselves, and I think they fit. Same with the desaturated-ish leaves. It just fits, I think. Same with the tall birch tree. It has its own biome, I think. I don't know if it still does, but back in the day it did. And then I actually would say that I like the tall birch trees better than the small ones. Oh, I'm gonna die. Um, yeah, just because like the leaves are less off the ground, you can use horses more effectively, I think. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm gonna try to do an epic move with fishing rod. Oop, that did not work out. Then we have spruce trees. Spruce trees are cool. They're great little Christmas trees. Just automatically, you don't even have to make anything special. And I don't know how many people actually know this, because I didn't for quite a while. But there's actually two different types of spruce trees. So you got the normal ones with the fanned out leaves, like running all the way up the trunk. But there's a second type, the pines. And instead of like a bunch of leaves all around the trunk, it's only at the top. And you may be thinking, oh yeah, those are those trees in the big biomes. Nope, they're also in the small biomes. I know, it's pretty cool. At least I think that there's two different types of trees, which of course gives it way more points. Oh, well, getting poisoned. How dare you? Gonna shoot ya. Oh, I'm gonna shoot ya. Ah. Next we have the jungle tree. And jungle trees, there's a bit of an issue I have with them, and that's they're not a specific type of tree. They're just called jungle trees, which to be fair, they can be found in jungles, but there's no specific type of tree, which I feel like we as a group of Minecraft players just like really haven't fully grasped the fact that we don't know what type of trees these are exactly. Some plant experts probably been like, actually it's this plant, and that's cool, but the game doesn't tell us. So how can we be 100% sure? Besides with like plant magic and stuff. But otherwise, the trees themselves are pretty cool. Um, I like that the big variant is a great way to get a lot of logs, which sometimes even like more than spruce. Like they are a bit more annoying because with spruce you just like fly up to the top and then just dig down. But with jungle, you got like the outcropping branches. So it is a bit more annoying, but overall, I think it does get net a lot more wood. Okay, so I actually realize now that I do have a couple issues with jungle wood. Altogether, it's a pretty good tree type, but again, with the outcropping branches, kind of a downside. Another thing about those outcroppings, or I guess not about the outcroppings, just about sticky outy bits on it in general, cocoa beans. It's the one way you can get cocoa beans, and for some reason, every time I go get them, I can never find enough cocoa beans. There's just never enough. And it's not that I need like an absurd amount. It's just that there's just never enough. You know, there's like 2 in an entire forest, I feel. It's unfair, frankly. And then there's also the jungle bush structure thingy, where it's just a little small tree. You know what I'm talking about. And you might be thinking, why don't you like those? And it all comes down to the fact that they use oak leaves on a jungle tree, which is kind of weird. Next up, we have acacia. Now, acacia wood's special because unlike all these other trees, it has the special quality that it's annoying to automatically tree farm. Now, if it was annoying to farm regularly, then, you know, maybe that wouldn't be the best, but it's only annoying if you put it through a machine, because it has a bunch of random branches and stuff and leaves, which can kind of get in the way with most automatic systems. But, whoa, but if well, that person just has knockback resistance. Okay, so die. No, that was sad. Okay. However, they're really annoying to put through those, so you have to basically just mine them yourself. But just in general, the overall uniqueness of the and you just died of the tree is huge. It's really cool, and it's something that you didn't really see in any of those previous tree designs, because most of them just have a small variant that, you know, it's just a log and then some leaves, you know. But moving on, we have dark oak. Now, it's not just regular oak, which is slightly tinted. No, no, no. It's a whole other tree experience, okay? You roll up to a forest of these and you know something ominous is happening. I'd also like to say that the mushrooms do great when paired with dark oak. I think that personally, completely off topic of the video, but dark oak wood is my favorite of them all. But again, this isn't about that. This is about the trees specifically, and still, I think they're really cool. They grow really weird if there's blocks above them, but that's also pretty cool, you know? Like, no one's really figured out how these things actually grow. I mean, someone probably has, but like, I'm not that smart. But yeah, also, I'm pretty sure that the only tree in the entire game that you need 4 saplings to grow. Of course, you can grow spruce and jungle with 4 saplings, but you need 4 for dark oak. Well, it's just more cost effective to use 4 for the other ones. Next up, we have warped wood. Warped wood is it was the first, you know, addition in a while in terms of wood, so that was cool. It goes very well with the whole, you know, vibe of the Nether. Great contrasting color, I have to say. Oh, die, 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 die. Oh no. Oh no 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 no. And the Crimson Forest trees also fit in with the Nether a lot, and I think a lot of that is due to like no leaves. It's just warp blocks. And it finally gave an answer as to why warp blocks can't be crafted back to just normal nether warts. After like 10 years or something, I don't know how long it was, they finally gave us an answer as to why you can't decraft them. Why? Like, I get now. Now that makes sense, because then you could just avoid going to nether fortresses altogether to get potions, but like, back then? No. There's no reason that stuff was uncraftable. None. And next on the list is, it might be unexpected, azalea. Now, yes, azaleas do use oak wood as their log, but they are completely different because, of course, you need a different sapling, which just gives proof to the more completely different-ish thing. I like how it's not like the other woods. You know, you can't just go out in the above ground to find them. No, you have to venture deep into the caves. Or I guess like bone meal and moss block you got from a treasure ship, but still, it's a really interesting way to get more, um, more trees into the game without adding more logs, which I feel like for the time they were really hesitant because besides the Nether update, that was, I guess, instead of introducing trees, they introduced fungi, which is basically the exact same thing as trees in this context. You know, I feel like they were just kind of hesitant to add different wood types at the time, but then they got really comfortable doing that in the most recent updates because there's just so many. Anyway, I'm getting off track. Azalea trees, really cool. Love the leaves. They're great for building. But another tree that's great for building is the mangrove tree. Yes, this is part of their we're gonna add a bunch of woods now plan, I guess. And of course, with this new tree introducing initiative, they're making it now really annoying to harvest, even for normal players who aren't using tree farms. Now, I know there's definitely farms to fix this problem, but they're too complicated, so I don't use them. And I just like suffer cutting down mangrove every 2 months when I need it. Moral of the story is mangrove wood, epic. Okay, moral of the story is while the tree bits themselves are epic, the trees are not. They're really annoying because they're so diagonal and take forever to get rid of. Are we gonna win? We won! And finally we have cherry wood. This is the most recent tree type that I can think of that's been added to the game, and it's pretty cool. If you thought mangrove had a lot of different shapes, cherry wood has so many, just so many shapes. An unbelievable amount of configurations, okay? This stuff is truly impossible to tree farm. Besides, like, all the cherry tree farms that have probably been made. I don't know, again, they seem too complicated to build. I like how the, like, log is different from the internal, tree bits. I don't know what they're called, you know, you got the outer bark and you got the inside tree bits, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, that's all the woods, so that'll be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next week. Bye-bye.